I have figured out the new event mostly. So here is this Candy Connect. You know about the maths, you know about the Markov chain model, you know about everything. It really doesn't matter. Let's see the facts, like what matters. Candy purchase. You get 4 of these daily, 20 in total in 5 days. And then you can purchase 8 in total, worth 4,000 diamonds. And they even have this usual Heroes 3 style scroll or whatever max purchase. Whether it's worth purchasing, whether it's not worth purchasing, it's another story. Candy. There is one more candy than before. So all the Markov chain calculations from last time go out of the window because the transition matrix will have lower probabilities. Previously the probabilities were like 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Now it's 16.7 each. Because there are 6 candies in total. I don't think we need to do much with this thing, like the Markov chain model. You just pick any candy you want. If they are honest, so if the development team is honest, then if they don't display the probability, which is, you see that in the game rules they are not displaying the probabilities exactly, in that case each of these candies have the same probability. It's a uniform distribution. What does this mean? It means that it doesn't matter which candy you pick. And then you can choose between what kind of games? 8, 20 and 50. I recommend first of all doing these purchases, these diamond purchases earliest on Wednesday. So I'm only purchasing in a retired account. And doing the 50 connect. The reason is that in a Markov chain model, you have the transitions and eventually it becomes stable. But before it becomes stable, the shorter the sequence is, the more time you will spend in a state where you have no candies or very few candies. And in that case, your score is gonna be lower because the more candies you have in the from the past, the better your score is gonna be. This is the short-term explanation of why and what. So now that you know that you need the longest game possible, in that case, we'll do the 50 connect. And let's do quick start. So let's, I don't care about pausing, I just care about getting it done so that you see how a 50 pack is done and what score we're gonna get eventually, because then you will get more candies, you will get other things, other extra points. You see there are still 48, 47 packs, 46 packs, so this will take a while. And while this is happening, you're getting the score. Unfortunately, it's not possible to sweep, it's not possible to accelerate. So when you do a 50 pack, the best thing that you can do is if you just put the client aside and do something productive. Now, this is not some kind of a scheme that is basically behind like tiring you or causing friction. This is actually something that some people enjoy watching. And if you don't enjoy it watching, not a problem. In that case, you just put it aside. You're earning quite significant reward. So I would not call this some sort of a ritual that you need to complete. I would call this a fair game on some level. Unfortunately, you see that this game is still buggy, especially in some areas where the Sauron eye comes to the middle, because the longer you play, the more likely it is that this idle loading screen is gonna be there. I really hope that the game itself is not gonna be buggy eventually, because this needs to finish, this needs to terminate in some way. But you see that it's 50 pack eventually. And in the meantime, while doing this, I might check out the rewards so that you see the reward. Well, you won't see the rewards, but the game is still going on. So I will double check what is worth buying according to my memory. What is worth buying is the artifacts. Because when you do the artifacts, when you have the artifact boxes, we can expect that those artifact boxes are gonna be basically with domino event. Now you can get screwed at any time, you know, anything can change in this game. At the same time, artifact boxes have been quite significant. And if there is a possibility for you to earn artifact boxes, in that case, that's quite a good position to be in. Because you spend 4,000 diamonds in total, and an artifact box has a fair value of 9,000 diamonds. If you have a triple piece, it's a 27,000 diamonds piece. Fair value doesn't matter because we learned about value, scarcity, and utility. So it can happen that you pick up the most scarce things. Now, I've loaded this candy thing, and let's see the shop itself while this game is still going on. I still have 16 packs. So for the artifacts themselves, you can see that well, you cannot see here, but you will be able to see once it's there, that a premium artifact component chest H without accessibility help, so it's I can barely read it actually. So it's basically 250 of this gold currency. We're getting 85 at the moment, and we still have 12 packs. The perception necklace component chest is 225. Now, faction selection tarot, forget it, it doesn't matter because it's random. You don't want to gamble on getting the right card. Type selection tarot is 55 piece. If you have nothing better to do, in that case it may be worth it. Also, whenever you do the legendary union tarot card selection, for example, or the random legendary tarot card selection, don't do the random, always do the union. That costs at 100. But I would recommend that if you have enough of these gold coins for the 250, then get the prestigious artifact component chest H. If not, in that case the perception necklace really doesn't hurt. Now, regarding Divine Herald class 2 or Divine Herald like chest 2 or 3, so the second generation or the third generation DH, it's kind of outdated by now. Prices are a bit weird, but if you badly need units, it's not the worst thing in the world. But you can see that you can expect approximately 125 points. Like you see, I'm getting 125 points exactly. I still have a pack, and I got a bit better. So in average, I think they did their math properly. In average, you can expect that if you're not very unlucky, then you're gonna get 250 points over these 100 candies. And you see that for some people, like a 50 score is possible. 127 is mine. I'm 96th overall. And it's kind of expected that you're gonna get this amount. Now, if you can reach 250, that's fine. You go for the prestigious chest stage. If you cannot reach 250, maybe going for this necklace component chest if you don't have enough. Who knows if it's gonna be a Vidomina event. At least you don't need to convert your other artifact to this. I mean, this is one of the better artifacts. I would say top 6, top 7 artifacts. Or top 8. Not the ones that you badly need to collect. But if you don't want this artifact and you don't have enough funds for this artifact, in that case you do the type selection and the legendary union tarot that doesn't hurt if you don't have a tarot fully developed. If not, in that case, whichever Divine Herald unit you want to pick. I would not recommend champion or commander units at this stage. And the rest is basically everything is somewhat discounted. But how discounted? I mean, I would not recommend looking for exact discounts. I used to do this in the past. You can calculate it quite easily, by the way. So the calculation is, let's see, for example, if you want to evaluate how much these, for example, 10 dream catchers cost, like, you know, it's 20. In that case, what do you do? So I will open this thing here. So you get how much for what? So you get basically 500 diamonds, 10 candies. So let's suppose that 50 candies give you 125 approximately. That's an approximation, that's not an exact study. So 125 for 50. This means that you get 25 per 10 if you play the correct game. So 25 points. So 25 points or gold coins equals 10 packs equals 500 diamonds. And this implies that this specific thing that can be had for like 20 in total, it's 4 divided by 5, which is like 20 divided by 25 multiplied by, so I would rather say 20 divided by 25 so that you see the exact value, multiplied by 500, which is 400 diamonds for 10 dream catchers. Not the worst deal in the world, because you can monetize 10 dream catchers in exchange for 300 diamonds when you get exactly 10 daily. I'll show you how. So you go here and there is the astrologer week, right? And you do memory album, there is always one free, but on top of the one free, you can do 10 more. And then you go back to this place here, album. This one time you would have gotten it anyway with a free try, and these 300 diamonds are for the 10 pools. So 5 and 10, there you go. We got the 300 diamonds plus a blue box. Why not a green box? Don't ask me, I'm not doing reverse sync learning anti-patterns in the game. So it's right now a blue vestige box, not a green vestige box. So this is what you do. For example, this is not a bad thing. 400 diamonds. In general, you can say that 5 of these gold coins are like 100 diamonds. So this is a 500 diamonds worth of divination vouchers. Excellent deal. What is your baseline? I stopped following. Why? Because Sol used to have these fair prices back in the days in a document. But these fair prices have changed drastically. Because, for example, what is the fair price of Astro Silver? You go to the astrologer and you see that the fair price used to be when, okay, I'll do the one free, but the fair price used to be when you do 5 for 880, it's 176 per Astro Silver. That's what you could do. That would be the fair price. But right now, if you just go to the store, then you will see here is a daily bonus. You can get 10 Astro Silver for 500, so it's 50 per Astro Silver, not 176 anymore. You can get 10 for 750, 10 for 1000. Where do you stop? Then you will need to average the fair price, and you will need to tell yourself how much you're willing to pay for Astro Silver. Fair value, discount with respect to fair value doesn't play anymore. You know the triangle, I kept on telling this, value, scarcity, utility. You need to go for scarce enough items that have utility for your account, and preferably at a discount if you can, or near the cheapest price, and then it's gonna be fine. So in this case, you buy this 500 most likely. So if it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you can go nuts with the Astro Silver a bit more. So for example, you buy this 500, and then you see that the whole web shop, everything gets scrambled. Why? Is it an accident? Is it intentional? Research it with AI and you will figure out the answer. So I won't comment on this. Also here, you click the 1 and then 1500, this 1800. You see, it got rescrambled. Rest assured that I reported it in the Tokyo Drift Ask Me Anything channel. Whether it's actioned or whether it's not actioned, that's not up to me anymore. You see that these slight or higher inconveniences are here, but what I wanted to make sure is that you know that with limited time cumulative spending plus Astro Silver plus the artifact event plus all these other things combined, you can have a very good week compared to the average weeks. Now, whether this depletes your account diamonds or whether this doesn't deplete your account diamonds, just bear in mind that Halloween is coming. I don't know what is going on in Halloween, and I don't know how much it's gonna cost in terms of diamonds, but maybe depleting the diamonds now might have some consequences in the future. So don't start the event empty handed. I haven't seen the test server myself, so this is recorded on a Monday night. So I haven't seen what is coming next week, or haven't seen what is coming the week after. Hopefully good things, we have no idea. And with that, this was the event. Hopefully you see that this is one of the better events. See you in the next video.